Hey everyone, and welcome back to Unexpectedly Bizarre Lost Media Part 3. So first up we have Snuffy's Parents Get a Divorce. Snuffy's Parents Get a Divorce is the name of an episode on the children's television program called Sesame Street. Produced in 1992, the episode was written by staff writer Norman Stiles, who also wrote the 1983 episode that unfortunately announced Mr. Hooper's death. Now, Snuffy's Parents Got a Divorce never fully aired. After it was filmed, it was screened before a test audience of 60 children in 4 different daycare centers. And as the title kind of implies, the episode revolved around Snuffy's parents getting into an argument and getting a divorce. The episode addressed the viewers' concerns in a conversation where Gordon reassures Elmo, Big Bird, and Telly that just because parents are having an argument or they get upset with each other doesn't mean that they're getting a divorce or that they don't love each other anymore. He also assures Snuffy and his younger sister Alice that it's not their fault, not even if you spill something. Which I couldn't find any footage of them spilling something, but I'm guessing that maybe that was part of the episode. But despite all of that, tests with young children showed that they were still kind of confused and upset by the episode, not really fully understanding the message that they were trying to convey. And so the producers decided to not air it, despite the investment that they had already made. And this marks the only time that the show's producers had ever made this kind of decision. Now, this episode was unaired, obviously, for many years, until the 50th anniversary of Sesame Street, where a lot of older tossed animations, concepts for episodes were shown, which is where we get the clips that you have been seeing on screen. Next up, we have My Bedbugs. Created by husband and wife team Alex Green and Carol Sweeney. The series premiered on March 1st, 2004, and only ran until March 11th, 2005. Now, the basic idea of the show was it revolved around 3 bedbug siblings named Gooby, Toofy, and Woozy, alongside their friends Jay Edgar, who was like a talking vacuum, Ruffy, a goldfish, and Snoozy, a red pillow. And the 6 of them learned positive life lessons through songs and storytelling. And the show was very reminiscent of other popular shows at the time, like Barney, for example. Now, it's unknown why the show was canceled. It could have been like a lack of funding, a lack of interest from the audience, possibly due to the characters' slightly annoying voices.
Lucy's putting pretties in her hair!
But hey, either way, there are plenty of either completely or partially lost episodes of the show that are actively being searched for on the Lost Media Wiki. The completely lost being Story of Little Flower, Dinosaur Egg, Healthy Food, Healthy You, Help Your Neighbor, When I Grow Up, Great Day for a Parade, My Bedbugs Christmas, A Special Gift from Santa, Space Adventure, Sunny Side Up, Future Bugs, Explore Your Senses, and The Vic and Vac Show. Pink Morning Cartoon. On October 6, 2007, in the ye old days of YouTube, YouTuber Jenkum Sheik uploaded the first video of what became known as Pink Morning Cartoon. And this video that was uploaded was titled ? Which is very fitting, to be honest with you. In this video, we see a low-quality VHS rip of some sort of unidentified cartoon. We see a woman who was apparently commonly mistaken for a man in the Lost Media hunting community, who narrates the story of a grandmother and her 2 grandchildren trying on hats in the old hat room. Now, the mystery of what cartoon this is or where it came from or who made it went on for quite a while, till 2 years later, on July 12th, 2009, Jenkum Sheik uploaded a video simply titled Pink Morning Cartoon. This was an extension of their last upload with better graphics and audio. Well, you know, better, not great, but better graphics and audio.
To Grandma. Just as soon as they got was over though, Grandma.
The description on the video reads, I did not edit this. It was on an old VHS tape I had. I would see this come on typically around 5 a.m. in the late 1990s and early 2000s. If anyone knows what this is or who made it, please message me. The next installment would be uploaded later that same day, titled Everything's Coming Up Spring, as a song about spring and just like various animals.
Pretty spring day. Everything's coming up spring.
and the uploader of this video kind of implied that Pink Morning Cartoon wasn't really story driven, it was more of a variety show. Now, a theory was suggested by a commenter on the Everything's Coming Up Spring video, which stated, "I'm pretty sure this isn't from public access, but it's from a religious satellite broadcast provider known as Sky Angel. They're defunct now, but they had been going since 1996, and I grew up with all these really odd, obscure, low-budget Christian shows that they aired. And this was likely one of them." I will link the Lost Media Wiki article to the show though, if you'd like to do some research for yourself. I Feel Good. No, this is kind of one of my favorites, to be honest with you. I Feel Good is partially lost test footage from a very, very early version of Shrek. Now, Shrek was introduced in 2001, but little do some people know, production actually goes back to 1995, where Chris Farley was actually originally cast as the voice of Shrek. Now, around this time, DreamWorks had made an animation test featuring an early version of Shrek, which was like horrifically uglier somehow. All that's known about the plot of this early version of Shrek is that Shrek enters a gated city at night singing "I Got You, I Feel Good" by James Brown, where he comes across some sort of like criminal or mugger who is tied to a rope, who was also singing along with Shrek. Shrek proceeds to kind of play with him and then stretches the mugger on his rope and sends him soaring into the night sky. Now, this is kind of a quick one because, like I said, there's not a lot known about this early version, but the fact that Chris Farley was cast as Shrek is pretty cool to me. And also, I was able to find some of these like early models of what Shrek could have looked like, which I will be putting on screen right now. Honestly, I feel like maybe this is a unpopular opinion, but I kind of like this version of Shrek better. He's just, I just like him. I don't know. I wish it'd be cool to like, if they brought this version of Shrek back and even like called him something else and gave him his own show. I don't know. I just like how he looks a lot for some reason. The Chamber. So, The Chamber was an American game show directed by Don Wiener, hosted by Rick Schwartz, that was broadcast on Fox from only the 13th to the 25th of January 2002. The show was designed to be an even more extreme, visceral game show in the vein of like Fear Factor, and featured contestants being asked questions while at the same time strapped into a torture chamber, which subjected them to extremely high or extremely low temperatures, alongside other environmental stimulations like earthquakes or very high winds.
This is The Chamber. Once someone enters, there is no turning back. Tonight, within these steel walls, human endurance will be taken to its very limits. Participants will be subjected to unbearable environments and incredible physical stress. Scorching heat, sub-zero cold, and hurricane force winds.
Now, obviously, the extreme conditions that they were putting these contestants under drew a lot of concern from people on the crew and people just in general, with one of the Fox executives, Preston Breckman, believing that Darnell had created a show to make viewers wonder if Fox might actually kill someone on television. And these concerns obviously were not totally out of the realm of reality either. An incident occurred later on in the show during filming where the hot chamber, which is a crazy thing to even say to have on the show, malfunctioned and trapped somebody inside of it, with the crew members being unable to release or even turn off the heating effects after some moment, which I don't know what that means. Is some moments like 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute? Even 1 minute is like crazy. Luckily, the contestant was eventually freed without any injury, but the incident still kind of provoked distress among anyone who had witnessed it happen, with the then Fox president Gail Berman, who was on set at the time that the incident happened, being reportedly greatly disturbed by what she had seen. Understandably, it sounds wild. No wonder it only ran for like a week. I mean, probably the wildest idea I've ever heard for a game show. Like an actual saw trap. Just broadcast it to everyone. But yes, thank you guys all so much for watching another installment of Unexpectedly Bizarre Lost Media. These are, as always, very fun to make. So if you have any lost media that you want me to cover, please leave it in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. Once again, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like or comment or or even a subscription. And also remember to turn on notifications so you know when I post. But yes, that is all we have for now, so I will see you all later.